Hello everyone, welcome once again. As I told you in the previous video, we shall be learning how to add table of content in Word. Now today and now is the right time. So as we can see, this is our desktop and we have created a folder called Emma and Joe, just as we did in the first video. So this is a folder containing our Word document. Now when you open it, I showed you how to open. You can double click on it or you search for it. Now when you come to it, you find that we have what is written data, and it is Microsoft Word document. So when I open it, it's opening. Now we see that this is our Word document and we have it here. So we are going to manipulate this until when we add the table of content. Now for us to add the table of content, as you see from this navigation panel here, we have home, insert draw, design, layout and references. So our table of content is found in references. So we click on it and we see that we have table of contents, but we cannot add table of content unless when we have edited what? We have edited all the titles here. So what we do, we go back to home, then we come and edit all these titles, all these headings here, so that when you add the table of content, it will sort out it automatically. So this one being a normal heading, we just choose it and we select maybe as title, because it's also what our title. So we choose it, then dedication. This one is also normal, so this one can also be title, but we can modify this. Maybe the size we decrease to 24, then OK. So we also modify this one of dedication, choose title, but we can modify also. We right click on it, then we choose modify. So the sizing, maybe you can give it 20, and we can choose the font type to be like Arial's black, then OK. This one is also the same thing. We come and tap title, then we come and also we highlight this. After highlighting, we click on title. The same thing, let's apply it here. We highlight, we click on title. Now that is done. So when you finish with that, we realize that this part 1 is already a different one. So what we do, we can also highlight this part 1, then it will be now our heading 1. So our heading 1 is here. We right click on it, then we modify heading 1. So when you're modifying heading 1, you bold it. You have chosen it to be Algerian, but the font size, maybe you can make it 16. You can make it 16, then OK. So all our heading 1 will be having, all our heading 1 will be having the same modification. So for this, we highlight and we come and choose heading 1, which is this. 16, bold it, then okay. Okay, so what we do, we come to this part 1, we highlight, then from the heading 1 that we have modified, this is our heading 1, then we click on it. It is already here. Then this one is in heading 2, chapter, the map. This is already what? Heading 2. So we also modify for this. We go to heading 2. We can decide to use this, or we modify italics, also bold, Arial, maybe this one also 16, or we can put it to 14. Then we press OK. So when you come to it now, then you go and choose heading 2, and it would have applied. Then this one is now our heading 1, heading 3. So we set the one for heading 3, come to this part, we right click on heading 3, we modify. Maybe you can choose it to be like 12 or even 11. Then we bold and OK. So you just come and click on heading 3, it will apply. So it is done. So now when you want all of this, we come to this. So realize that this is our heading 3. We also choose this and we click on heading 3. But this chapter here, this is our heading 2. So we click on it, we take one, heading 2. We come to this. This is heading 3. We highlight heading 3. We continue. This one is also heading 3. So we highlight and we choose heading 3. But this part 2, this one is heading 1. I hope you remember. So we come and choose heading 1. Then this chapter 3, this one becomes what? Heading 2. So we go to heading 2 and we choose. Then this one is heading 3. So we choose heading 3. Then we continue and we finish all. The same thing applies here. This one is also heading 3. This is heading 2, and it will be done. So we see we would have added all of this, and we all have them here. Now what we do, we go to references, we choose table of contents, and then we decide the one that we want. We can decide to take this. When you click on it, it brings everything. But remember, it will appear where your last cursor is. So this one appeared at the wrong place. So what we want to do, we always place our table of content just immediately after the introduction. So we can make it maybe here, make it here on the last part, or the last part of the preface. That is why it has to appear. Then we choose table of content, and we should be on the last part of the introduction. Then we choose table of content, and it will generate for us automatically. So this is our table of content. I hope you can see. Now here, that is it. So you see we have the acknowledgement, preface, introduction, contents, chapter 1, chapter 2. So these ones are all in page 1, then this one comes in page 2. So but the dedication, the title, all of this one will be in different pages. So we have to edit it. So for the title, it will be on its own page, meaning you have to do page break. So you come to insert, then you do page break. You come to the dedication again, another page break. Acknowledgement, another page break. Preface, another page break. Then introduction, also another page break. Then you realize that all these are on different pages. So the table of content, we can update the table either by just clicking on it, or you go to again references, then you click update table. So update page numbers only or entire table, so we are choosing update entire table, then okay. Then after that we can change this maybe to table of contents. Then the page number we should also edit it later, but remember the first pages before the table of content, they will be having different page numbering from the other one, except this one where we have the heading. So the heading will always be on its own. The heading will always be without the page number. So we go to the second page, we add page number here. So we come to insert, page number, then bottom is better. So we can decide to choose this. Okay, as I said, now we can navigate through. So when we see that these are our pages, we have the first page where the heading is. So here probably we don't need any page number, so I'm ignoring this to make it be accepted by the computer. Here we don't need any page number, so we can do a section break here. We tap on, we place the cursor here, then we go to layout, breaks, and next page. So the first section is different from the second one. This is a different section. Now this one here, from dedication, acknowledgement, and preface, then the introduction also, this one will all have what? A different page number. then the table of content will not have. So here, let me first do a page break so that the introduction is on its own page. So we have the introduction. So our first labeling will end where the introduction is. Then the table of content will not have. So this is a different section. And then also each chapter should have a page. So we can do page breaks here. So we place the cursor at the last end, do a page break. The same thing we also do here. Here is the whole chapter, so we place the cursor at the last end, we go to layout, breaks, page break. This is part 2. Then we also come here, we do page break, page break. So chapter 4 is on its own, chapter 3. So I'm zooming it so that you see I'm zooming it in. Chapter 2 and part 1. Probably here also we can do a page break so that we have a different one. Page break, yes. Now we have it differently. So what we do, we come now to this one. Remember, we have to prevent this first page from being linked to the second one. So we click on any part so that each section works differently. So we click on this part, maybe the footer or the header. Then you see that same as previous. You come to link to previous, you close it so that this section is not linked to this section here. Then we go to, this is still section 2, they will be linked. So you come to section 2, they are all linked up to section 2 introduction. These are all linked. Even table of content, this one is supposed to be different. Then part 1, they are all the same. So here probably we still have the same section. So what we can also do here, maybe we do a section break so that the second section, the third section would have a different one, different labeling. So maybe we can break for table of content. Yeah, we just come and double click to close this. Then we also do what? Section break. We come to layout, breaks, then to section break. So this one is also different. Then probably also here we can also break this section so that we have a different numbering which does not affect the table of content. Section break. Now what we do, we double tap on any part of the header or the footer. So this is section 4, should not be linked to section 3. So when you see same as previous, you come to link to previous, you close it so it won't be linked. The same way here, same as previous. No, section 4 is different. So you come to link to previous, you close. So you see 4 is different now from 3. In the footer where we're going to put our page number. Even for this one you have closed. But these two is same. So we come and close the footer. Then we double tap on any part in the first page where we're going to begin our labeling. So our first part is from dedication. So we come to the footer, we double click on it, then we go to page number. We are going to choose bottom and we choose any. Then you go back again to page number, you format and we want to use Roman numerals. So Roman numerals, then you start at I. Okay, so you see that this one is different from this one we are starting from page 1. So here also we should close this one, link to previous, so that it is a different thing. So this is I, then the first page should not have what? Should not have a page number. So we go to page number and we remove. So it is done. Then under the classification we are starting with I. We go to I, 3 of them, I4. Then you see that our table of content doesn't have, because we said it is not linked to previous. Then we come to table to section 4. Section 4, now we have to make another table of content. Now we have to make another one, another labeling. So we close footer and header. So dedication, as I up to this section, table of content doesn't have, but from this section we don't have, so we double tap on it. Then we go to page number. We shall also have at the bottom, probably here. Then again we go back to page number, we format. Now we are formatting, this time we are starting from 1. Then OK. So this one now starts from 1, which is independent of that. Then we close. Then you see that this one now started from 1, 2, 3 up to 4, which is different from the first one, which is different from the first one here. See that the table of content doesn't have, then this one is in 4. Okay, thank you so much. See you in the next video, whereby we shall see how to comment in Word. Thank you. So we have to save. Then once you have saved, you can close fully.